Ladies and gentlemen, transformation begins when we decide to change. We all have dreams, aspirations, and a vision of the person we could become. But there's one thing that most people miss: change doesn't just happen. Transformation requires action, discipline, and most importantly, a willingness to disappear from your old self and evolve into someone new. You can't bring the past into the future and expect different results. Old habits hold you back. To transform, you must let go of the things that are no longer serving you, whether it's negative self-talk, bad routines, or toxic relationships. Disappear from your old habits, and you will make space for the new ones that will propel you forward. Your mindset is the lens through which you see the world. If you see challenges as roadblocks, that's exactly what they will be. If you see them as opportunities for growth, you'll find success. Begin by reshaping the way you think. Disappear from the mindset that limits you and embrace a mindset that empowers you. Self-discipline is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. It's the consistency of effort, even when you don't feel like it. When you disappear from the distractions of life and focus on what truly matters, you create the habits that lead to success. The best version of yourself is always learning. You don't have to be born with extraordinary skills, but you must be committed to growth. Disappear from the idea that you already know everything and transform into someone who is always seeking knowledge, improving, and expanding. Your environment plays a significant role in your transformation. You must disappear from negative influences that drag you down and find people who support your growth. The people you associate with will either elevate you or hold you back. Choose wisely. Failure is not the end, it's a stepping stone to success. Don't fear failure, fear the absence of effort. When you disappear from the fear of making mistakes, you allow yourself to take risks, learn, and ultimately succeed. Transformation doesn't happen without a little discomfort. Without a clear vision, it's easy to drift through life. Set specific, measurable goals that align with your values and your ultimate purpose. Disappear from the habits of aimlessness and uncertainty and create a roadmap that keeps you on track. Your goals should be your compass guiding you to your new self. Transformation is not an overnight change. It is a lifelong journey. You must disappear from the notion of instant success and instead embrace the power of incremental improvement. It's the small daily actions that compound into the massive transformation you seek. Let's talk about the importance of letting go of old habits. Now, we all have them. Those comfortable, familiar routines we follow each day, often without even thinking. The problem is, many of these habits are holding us back from becoming the person we are truly capable of being. You see, the key to transforming your life is not about adding new things, it's about eliminating what's no longer serving you. The habits you have today are the result of the choices you've made in the past, and if you're not careful, they can keep you stuck in a cycle of mediocrity. If you want to change, if you want to truly transform, you must first let go of those habits that no longer align with your goals, your vision, or the future you want to create. Think about it. Every time you engage in a habit that doesn't move you forward, you are reinforcing the very limitations you are trying to break free from. You've got to ask yourself, is this habit getting me closer to my dreams, or is it holding me back? Whether it's procrastination, unhealthy eating, poor time management, or toxic relationships, these are the things that keep us from reaching our full potential. To let go of old habits, you first need to be aware of them. Awareness is the key. Once you recognize those behaviors that aren't helping you, you can start making conscious choices to replace them with better habits. It doesn't happen overnight, but the moment you decide to make a change, you start to create space for new, positive habits that align with your goals. It's also important to understand that letting go of old habits is a sign of growth. When you stop repeating those actions that have kept you stuck, you are signaling to yourself that you are ready for something better. You are ready to step into the life you've always imagined. So don't be afraid to say goodbye to those old habits. In fact, embrace it. It's the beginning of a new chapter. As you let go of what no longer serves you, you'll make room for all the good things that are waiting for you. It's a process, but each step you take toward breaking those old habits is a step closer to the new, transformed you. Let's talk about adopting a new mindset. The way you think determines the way you act, and the way you act determines the results you get in life. If you want to change your results, the first thing you must do is change your thinking. A new mindset is the foundation of transformation. Many people stay stuck in life simply because they have the same old way of thinking. They see the world through a narrow lens filled with limitations and excuses. They think, I can't, or this is as good as it gets, or I'm not good enough. And so their actions follow that line of thinking. But here's the truth: your mindset can either limit you or lift you, depending on how you choose to see the world. To transform, you must develop the mindset of possibility. You must begin to see challenges as opportunities, failures as lessons, and setbacks as temporary detours, not permanent roadblocks. The moment you shift your thinking from "I can't" to "how can I," you open up a world of possibilities. Suddenly, obstacles become part of the process and success becomes an inevitable outcome. A new mindset is also about becoming open to new ideas and new ways of thinking. If you're stuck in old thought patterns, you will always get the same results. But if you can learn to think outside the box, embrace creativity, and welcome innovation, you'll find that the world opens up to you in ways you never imagined. You must ask yourself, what do I need to learn? What am I missing? How can I grow? A powerful mindset is also one that is focused on abundance rather than scarcity. Too many people operate out of fear, thinking there's not enough to go around, but when you operate from a place of abundance, you begin to see opportunities everywhere. You begin to realize that the world is full of resources, time, money, and energy, and there is always enough to achieve what you want if you're willing to work for it. The key to developing a new mindset is consistency. It's not about just thinking positive for a day or two, but rather making it a habit. It's about training your mind day in and day out to focus on solutions, not problems, and to embrace the journey rather than fear the unknown. So the next time you find yourself thinking negatively, challenge that thought. Replace it with something positive, something empowering. When you change your mindset, you begin to see the world through the lens of possibility, and that is where true transformation begins. A new mindset creates a new life, and when you start thinking differently, you will start living differently. And the person you were yesterday will be unrecognizable in the light of the new you. Becoming relentlessly self-disciplined is one of the most powerful things you can do to transform your life. You see, discipline isn't just about doing things when it's convenient or when you feel motivated. It's about doing what needs to be done, no matter how you feel. It's the difference between success and failure. Motivation will come and go, but self-discipline is the foundation that keeps you moving forward when everything else is telling you to stop. Here's the reality: success is never an accident. It's the result of consistent, disciplined actions over time. Discipline means showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it. It's about doing the little things that others overlook, even when it seems insignificant. You might not see immediate results, but every time you act with discipline, you are laying the groundwork for the future you desire. You don't have to wait for motivation to strike. You need to become someone who does what's necessary even when it's hard. When you are relentless with your discipline, you build momentum. It starts small, with the simple actions that build your character, but over time, it snowballs into massive achievements. The key is to stay consistent, no matter how small the progress seems at first. Self-discipline also requires sacrifice. It means giving up what you want in the moment for what you want most in the long run. This is where most people fall short. They want immediate gratification, but they don't understand that true success comes from delayed rewards. You have to make the hard choices now so that you can enjoy the rewards later. It's about resisting the temptation to take shortcuts or to give in to distractions. The discipline to stay focused on your goals is what sets you apart. When you're self-disciplined, you create a sense of control in your life. You stop letting circumstances dictate your actions. You take responsibility for your choices, and you make decisions based on your long-term vision rather than your current emotions. You don't wait for the right time to start working toward your goals. You create that time. Self-discipline means setting a standard for yourself and then holding yourself to it, regardless of how you feel in the moment. You'll face obstacles, of course. There will be days when you don't feel like working, when distractions are calling your name, or when it seems like things just aren't going your way. But this is where your self-discipline is tested. It's in those moments that you show who you truly are. You get back up, you keep going, and you do what needs to be done, whether it's easy or not. Remember, self-discipline isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. It's about deciding to move forward, no matter the setbacks, and developing the strength to keep going when it's difficult. When you become relentless with your self-discipline, you're not just working toward your goals, you're building the character and the habits that will help you succeed in everything you do. The road to success is paved with self-discipline. It's the quiet strength that makes the impossible possible. And when you embrace it, you will unlock your true potential. Continuous learning is the key to unlocking the door to your future. The world doesn't stand still, and neither should you. If you want to grow, to achieve, to elevate your life to the level you desire, you must make learning a lifelong pursuit. The person who stops learning, who believes they know enough, is already on the path to stagnation. In a world that's constantly evolving, you must choose to evolve with it. Learning doesn't stop when you graduate from school or when you land that first job. Those are just stepping stones. The real education begins when you take responsibility for your own growth, when you decide that learning is a way of life, not a phase. You don't have to be the smartest person in the room, but you must commit to becoming the most curious, the most willing to learn, and the most determined to improve every single day. Think about the greats in any field, whether it's business, art, sports, or leadership. They didn't stop learning when they reached a certain level of success. They understood that knowledge is the most valuable resource they could ever acquire. They understand that knowledge creates power, and with power, anything is possible. The truth is, the more you learn, the more equipped you become to handle life's challenges. You gain insight into human nature, financial principles, problem-solving strategies, communication skills, everything you need to thrive. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking you know it all, but that's when growth stops. The moment you close the door on new information, you are sealing off your potential. You must stay hungry for new ideas, new perspectives, and new skills. It's not just about gaining knowledge for knowledge's sake. It's about using what you learn to make better decisions, to take smarter actions, and to create better outcomes. Learning is also about seeking out those who know more than you. The people you surround yourself with have a huge impact on your growth. When you seek out mentors, books, courses, podcasts, and seminars, you are constantly feeding your mind with valuable content that expands your thinking. The world is full of resources for those who are willing to learn. Take advantage of them. Challenge yourself to go beyond your comfort zone and explore new fields, new topics, and new ways of thinking. But it's not just about academic learning. Life itself is a teacher. Every experience, whether good or bad, carries a lesson. The key is to be open to learning from everything, every conversation, every failure, every success. It's about understanding that every day offers a chance to grow, and every situation has something to teach you if you're paying attention. The true value of learning is not in knowing facts and figures, it's in the ability to apply that knowledge. Knowledge, when put into action, transforms your life. It allows you to make better decisions, to avoid mistakes, and to seize opportunities that would have otherwise passed you by. The more you learn, the more capable you become. And the more capable you are, the more you can create the life you want. So make a commitment to continuous learning. Make it a daily habit. Feed your mind with new ideas. Stay curious, stay open, and stay humble. Remember, learning isn't just about getting ahead of others, it's about getting ahead of who you were yesterday. And that is the true path to transformation. The people you surround yourself with have an incredible influence on your life. You've heard it said that you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, and there's truth in that. The quality of your relationships plays a pivotal role in shaping your mindset, your behavior, and ultimately your success. If you want to grow, if you want to elevate your life, you must surround yourself with people who uplift, inspire, and challenge you to be better. It's easy to find yourself in a circle of friends or acquaintances who are comfortable, who won't challenge you, who won't push you beyond your current limits. But if you want to achieve extraordinary things, if you want to become the best version of yourself, you must seek out those who will challenge your thinking, who will demand more of you, and who will support you as you pursue your dreams. When you surround yourself with positive, driven, and growth-minded people, something powerful happens. You begin to adopt their mindset. Their attitudes, their energy, and their habits become contagious. Their belief in their own potential often ignites a spark in you to believe in yours. These are the people who push you when you're feeling lazy, who motivate you when you're feeling down, and who celebrate your victories with genuine joy. But it's not just about being around people who make you feel good. It's about choosing those who elevate your thinking, who bring out the best in you, and who will hold you accountable for your actions. These are the people who challenge you to be better, not because they want to see you fail, but because they want to see you grow. They understand that your success is tied to their success, and so they lift you up as they rise too. On the other hand, if you surround yourself with people who are negative, who complain, who are constantly telling you why things can't be done, you begin to adopt that mindset. Negative influences drag you down, limit your thinking, and stifle your potential. People who focus on problems instead of solutions will only add more obstacles to your path. If you want to move forward, you must distance yourself from those who are stuck in their own limitations. You cannot afford to let their negative energy steal your progress. This doesn't mean you should cut off everyone who doesn't support your goals, but it does mean that you must be intentional about the energy you allow into your life. Invest time and energy into relationships with people who encourage you, who believe in your potential, and who help you keep your focus on what's possible. These relationships are a reflection of your values, and the stronger they are, the stronger you will be in pursuing your dreams. Surrounding yourself with uplifting people also creates a sense of community, a network of individuals who share your values and vision. These are the people you can rely on when times get tough, the ones who will offer advice, guidance, and perspective. They will challenge you to grow, hold you accountable for your actions, and celebrate your successes with you. When you have a strong support system, you realize that you're never alone in your journey. The key is to be intentional about the people you bring into your life. Make it a priority to seek out relationships that serve your personal growth, your success, and your happiness. You need to be around people who are doing what you want to do, who are where you want to be, and who will lift you higher as you chase your goals. Surround yourself with those who encourage, inspire, and believe in you, and you'll find that you're capable of far more than you ever imagined. Failure is not the opposite of success, it is part of the journey toward it. Too many people fear failure, seeing it as a sign of weakness, a reflection of their inadequacy, or a reason to give up. But the truth is, failure is simply a stepping stone. It's a necessary part of the process, one that teaches you more than success ever could. You cannot succeed without first learning how to fail. In fact, every successful person you admire has failed along the way. What sets them apart is not that they avoided failure, but that they embraced it, learned from it, and kept moving forward. Failure doesn't define you unless you let it. What defines you is how you respond to failure. Do you let it stop you, or do you use it as fuel to drive you forward? The key is to shift your perspective. Instead of seeing failure as a setback, see it as feedback. Every time something doesn't work out the way you expected, you've gained invaluable insight into what doesn't work. And knowing what doesn't work is just as important as knowing what does. With each failure, you get closer to the solution, closer to success. The more you fail, the more you learn, and the more equipped you are to handle the challenges that will inevitably come your way. But it's not just about learning from failure, it's about building resilience. Every time you get knocked down and get back up, you grow stronger. It's through facing and overcoming failure that you develop the mental and emotional toughness needed to succeed. When you stop fearing failure, you stop limiting your potential. You realize that failure is not something to be avoided, it's something to be expected, embraced, and learned from. Understand that failure is temporary, but the lessons you take from it are permanent. Every failure teaches you something new about yourself, about your approach, and about the world around you. It's not the failure that matters, it's the lesson you extract from it. Failure is not a dead end, it's a detour, a redirection that points you toward growth. Without failure, there can be no growth. It's important to note that failure is not a reflection of your worth. Many people internalize failure and allow it to make them feel small or incapable. But failure is simply an event, not an identity. You are not defined by your setbacks. You are defined by your ability to keep going, to rise again, and to keep pursuing your goals with greater wisdom and determination. Every successful person has encountered failure, but it is their perseverance, their refusal to quit, that has led them to the success they now enjoy. So embrace failure as part of the process. Instead of letting it defeat you, let it teach you. When you fail, don't ask, why me? Ask, what can I learn from this? Understand that failure is not a roadblock, but a stepping stone on the path to success. The road to your dreams will be filled with bumps, setbacks, and challenges. But each failure is an opportunity to become stronger, smarter, and more resilient. And with every failure you overcome, you'll be that much closer to your ultimate success. Setting clear, aligned goals is one of the most powerful ways to take control of your future. Too many people drift through life without a sense of direction, hoping that success will somehow come to them. But here's the reality: success doesn't just happen by accident. It is the result of intentional effort. And that effort begins with setting goals that are crystal clear and aligned with who you truly are and what you want to achieve. A goal without clarity is like a ship without a rudder. You might be moving, but you won't know where you're going. The first step is to get clear on exactly what you want. Don't settle for vague, wishy-washy ideas. Be specific. Write down exactly what you want to accomplish and when you want to accomplish it. This level of clarity creates a blueprint for your success. And when you have a clear target, you can direct your energy, time, and resources toward hitting that target. But it's not just about setting any goal, it's about setting goals that are aligned with your values, your vision, and your purpose. Your goals must be in harmony with what you truly desire in life. This alignment is crucial. When your goals are in sync with who you are and what you believe in, they become more than just tasks on a to-do list. They become a source of motivation, passion, and purpose. You won't feel drained by the pursuit of your goals. Instead, you will feel energized, driven, and excited to put in the work, because you know that each step is getting you closer to something meaningful. Ask yourself, what is it that I truly want in my life? What are the things that will make me feel fulfilled and proud of who I am becoming? When you know the answers to these questions, you can set goals that are not only achievable, but that also bring you joy and satisfaction along the way. The process of working toward your goals becomes a journey of growth, learning, and self-discovery. The next step is to break your larger goals into smaller, actionable steps. A big goal can feel overwhelming, but when you break it down into manageable chunks, it becomes much more achievable. Each small win you achieve along the way gives you momentum, and momentum is the secret weapon of high achievers. When you see progress, it fuels your motivation to keep moving forward. Make sure that your goals are also realistic and achievable. There's nothing wrong with setting big, audacious goals, but they must be within reach, given your current situation and resources. Goals that are too far out of reach can create frustration and discourage you. Instead, set goals that challenge you, but that you can work towards steadily with persistence and focus. Remember, it's not just about setting goals, it's about taking consistent action. Once your goals are clear and aligned with your values, it's time to roll up your sleeves and get to work. Don't wait for the right time or for things to be perfect, just take the first step. Consistent, disciplined action is what will eventually get you to the finish line. Finally, revisit and revise your goals regularly. Life changes, circumstances change, and so will your priorities. Make sure that your goals are always aligned with your evolving vision and purpose. Periodically review your progress and adjust your goals if necessary. This keeps you flexible and focused on what truly matters. When you set clear, aligned goals, you transform your future. You give yourself a roadmap, a purpose, and the motivation to move forward with determination and passion. And the greatest part is this: as you achieve your goals, you become the person you were always meant to be. You'll look back and realize that the pursuit of those goals was not just about what you accomplished, but about who you became in the process. Commitment to the long-term process is the difference between fleeting success and lasting achievement. So many people want quick results, immediate rewards, and the shortcuts to their dreams, but the truth is, lasting success is built over time. It's the small, consistent actions you take every day, even when things aren't moving as quickly as you'd like, that will lead you to the outcomes you truly desire. The real question isn't, how fast can I get there? But rather, am I willing to do the work day in and day out, no matter how long it takes? When you commit to the long-term process, you begin to understand that success is a marathon, not a sprint. It's easy to get excited about the start, about the idea of achieving something great, but it's the ability to stay the course, to persist when the novelty fades, that separates the achievers from the dreamers. Every journey towards success is filled with challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. The real winners are the ones who keep going despite those moments, who push through when it would be easier to give up. Success is the result of consistent effort, not short bursts of intensity. It's about developing habits that compound over time, building momentum that keeps you moving forward, even when you're tired, frustrated, or discouraged. The key is to focus on progress, not perfection. There will be setbacks, there will be failures, but each one is an opportunity to learn, to adjust, and to get better. When you embrace the long-term process, you stop viewing obstacles as roadblocks and instead see them as stepping stones, necessary parts of your growth. So many people quit just before their breakthrough. They give up because they didn't see instant results. They think that because things aren't happening as quickly as they hope, they're on the wrong path. But the truth is, the most valuable achievements take time. The person who is willing to commit for the long haul, who stays focused on the bigger picture, is the one who will eventually experience the rewards. Committing to the long-term process also means understanding that progress is often slow and incremental. It's not always about huge leaps forward, it's about making steady improvements. These small improvements, when added up over time, lead to massive results. Patience becomes your greatest ally. Each day, each choice, each effort, no matter how small, moves you closer to your goal. And when you look back after months, even years of consistent effort, you'll realize how far you've come. It's also important to recognize that success is not a straight line. The path is winding, and sometimes it feels like you're not making progress at all. But during those times, the key is persistence. The commitment to the process means you keep showing up, you keep doing the work, and you stay true to your vision, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Understand that your effort is not wasted. It's all part of the process that will eventually lead to success. When you commit to the long term, you're not just working for the reward, you're growing along the way. The discipline, the resilience, the patience you develop in the pursuit of your goals are as valuable as the goal itself. It's through this long-term commitment that you'll discover what you're truly capable of. The person you become in the process will be the one who is ready to handle the success when it finally arrives. So don't get discouraged by the time it takes. Don't measure your success by how quickly you can get there. Instead, measure it by how dedicated you are to staying on the path, no matter how long it takes. Commit to the long-term process, and you will eventually achieve everything you set out to accomplish. The road may be long, but the destination will be worth every step. Embracing delayed gratification is one of the most powerful principles for achieving lasting success. It's about understanding that the rewards you truly want will take time, effort, and sacrifice. In a world that thrives on instant gratification, where everything is available with the click of a button, it's easy to fall into the trap of wanting everything right now. But the truth is, the most valuable things in life don't come quickly, and they certainly don't come without effort. Delayed gratification is the art of resisting the temptation for immediate pleasure in order to achieve something greater later on. It's a discipline, a mindset that requires patience and perseverance. If you can master the ability to delay your rewards today for something more significant tomorrow, you're setting yourself up for long-term success. The person who can put off immediate indulgences, whether it's spending money on things that don't matter, avoiding unnecessary distractions, or staying focused on their goals, is the person who wins in the end. This principle applies to every area of life. If you want financial freedom, for example, it's about saving and investing wisely now rather than spending recklessly on short-term pleasures. If you want to get in great shape, it's about sticking to a disciplined workout routine and a healthy diet, even when you don't see immediate results. Success in any form requires the ability to say no to things that feel good in the moment but won't serve you in the long run. The beauty of delayed gratification is that it compounds over time. Every decision to hold off on immediate pleasure for a greater reward builds momentum. You make one small sacrifice today, and over time, that sacrifice pays off in ways you never imagined. It's the small, disciplined choices made every day that build the foundation for extraordinary success. By resisting the urge for immediate results, you're essentially investing in your future. And like any investment, the longer you stay committed, the greater the return. It's also important to understand that delayed gratification is not about denying yourself pleasure altogether. It's about prioritizing what truly matters. It's about understanding that the best things in life often require time and effort, and the rewards you seek will be far more satisfying if they come after you've earned them. The satisfaction of reaching your goals through consistent effort will always outweigh the fleeting joy of an immediate, unearned reward. Mastering delayed gratification is a mental game. It's about changing your mindset from "I want it now" to "I'll earn it." And it will be worth it when you commit to this way of thinking. You develop resilience, patience, and self-control. These traits will serve you well in every area of your life. Success isn't about shortcuts. It's about building something lasting, something that will give you rewards far greater than anything you could achieve with instant gratification. So if you want to create something meaningful, something extraordinary, you must embrace delayed gratification. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. When you can say no to the easy path and stick to the harder, longer route that leads to your ultimate goal, you'll find that the rewards, when they come, will be more satisfying than anything you could have imagined. It's in those moments when you've put in the work, shown the discipline, and waited for the right time that you truly experience the fruits of your labor. Consistency and persistence are the cornerstones of success. The world is filled with people who start strong but falter when things get tough, when the initial excitement wears off, or when the results don't come as quickly as they expected. But the true difference between those who succeed and those who don't is the ability to stick with it day after day, week after week, year after year. It's the people who can remain consistent in their efforts and persistent in their pursuit of their goals who eventually achieve extraordinary things. Consistency means showing up even when you don't feel like it. It means doing the work even when the results aren't immediate, when you don't get instant feedback or recognition. It's about making small, positive actions part of your daily routine and committing to those actions no matter how you feel in the moment. Whether it's working on your business, improving your health, or developing a new skill, consistency is what turns effort into progress. It's not the big, dramatic moves you make every once in a while that lead to success. It's the everyday actions that compound over time. Persistence, on the other hand, is the refusal to give up, even when faced with setbacks, obstacles, and failures. It's the ability to keep going when things get tough, when you're discouraged, when you feel like you're not making progress. Persistence is the quality that keeps you moving forward when everyone else around you is quitting. It's the decision to stay in the game, to push through the difficulties, and to continue working toward your goal despite the challenges. The road to success is rarely smooth, and the ability to persist is what ultimately separates those who reach their destination from those who give up along the way. When you develop consistency and persistence, you're not just working toward a goal, you're also building character. You're training yourself to be disciplined, focused, and resilient. These qualities don't just help you reach your goals, they shape you into someone capable of handling success. Every time you stick to your plan, even when things aren't going your way, you're strengthening your resolve. Every time you push through a difficult situation, you grow stronger and more confident in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. The beauty of consistency and persistence is that they compound over time. Small actions, repeated consistently, create massive results. When you stay persistent in your efforts, even when the rewards seem far off, you're building momentum. And momentum is the secret ingredient to success. It's what propels you forward, even when it feels like you're not making progress. The more consistent you are, the more persistent you become, the more you develop an unshakable belief that your goals are inevitable. And when you believe that success is inevitable, you begin to act in a way that guarantees it. But here's the thing, consistency and persistence don't mean blindly going through the motions. It's not about doing the same thing over and over without thought. It's about being deliberate in your actions, evaluating your progress, and making adjustments when necessary. It's about showing up and doing the work, but also being flexible enough to adapt and improve as you learn and grow. That's where persistence and consistency work hand in hand. One helps you keep going, and the other ensures that you're always improving as you go. So make the commitment today to develop consistency and persistence in your life. Whatever your goal is, understand that it won't happen overnight, but with consistent effort and an unwavering persistence, you'll reach it. Success isn't about how hard you hit in one moment, it's about how hard you can hit over and over again, day in and day out, no matter what. The magic lies in showing up, doing the work, and never quitting. That's how you build the life you want. It's not the one big effort, it's the consistent, persistent pursuit of greatness.